ladies and gentlemen, to take their... With this, I'd like to call upon Mr. Deepak Raj Joshi, CEO of Nepal Tourism.
There are many reasons. I think this region, Nepal, is very, very important to host such kind of event, which we could have done before, but better is never late. There are many reasons. I think Nepal is the best venue to organize Himalayan Travel Mart, simply because one of the reasons is Nepal is a superpower and superstar in Himalayan category, as we have 8 out of 14 8,000 plus meter mountains. Nepal is a pioneer destination in adventure tourism category. Location wise also, I think this is the right time to host such event, because we are in between the two giant economies to organize such event. And plus, Nepal is aided by a strong and very mature travel trade fraternity, and based and backed by the most hospitable people of the world. So without much war in this juncture, the whole mountain Himalayan range is welcoming you all. Once again, welcome.
Our guest of honor, Andrew Jones, Chairman, PATA, Matt Gibson, President, Professional Travel Bloggers Association, Presidents and Executive Committees of different stakeholder associations of the Nepalese tourism industries, colleagues from Nepal Tourism Board, friends from the media, our respectfully invited guests and our partners, I consider, students from different PATA Nepal chapters, PATA student chapters, and the leaders for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great moment it is to be at the launching ceremony of Himalayan Travel Mart 2017, a long-awaited event that is going to boost the tourism of Nepal and prove Nepal as an event-friendly destination in the World Tourism Mart. Success of Himalayan Travel Mart, I can foresee by the gracious presence of all of you, along with the witnessing of our great Himalaya, which had been closed for last 3 weeks, and only today it opened to show its face to all of us. Congratulations to you, ladies and gentlemen, for being in Dhulikhels Himalayan Hotel at a great occasion with such a beautiful view. As I said to you, it's a long-awaited program, Himalayan Travel Mart, and we need it. For a long time, Nepal has been instrumental in promoting not only the tourism of Nepal, but the entire Himalayan region. If we look at promotional material of every tour operator of Nepal, we don't say that we are Nepalese tour operator. We proudly say that we are the tour operator for Nepal, India, Bhutan and Tibet. The subject of marketing, management, technology, human capital and educative lectures for all of us to share their knowledge and make ourselves better. As a sideline event, Matt Gibson, President of International Travel Blogger Association, along with different organizations, PATA International, Adventure Travel Trade. The official venue of this event will be at Solti Hotel Limited. I would like to thank the management of Solti Hotel Limited for their kind participation in our program. And we are looking for different airlines to come as a airline partner and also official airline partner. And from tomorrow we shall go with our efforts to approach different airlines having their online connection to Kathmandu to fill this position and also get their maximum support. I hope with all this support we shall be definitely successful in reaching our achievement, in getting our achievement and making the Himalayan Travel Mart a very, very successful event. Thank you very much.
CEO of NTB, Mr. Deepak Joshi, my good friend Matt Gibson, distinguished guest, Mr. Suman Pandey, Chairman of the Nepal Pata chapter, and the student chapter members here, and the chapter members here of Pata, friends in the media, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste and good morning. In Nepal, since my last time when I led the Pata Nepal Tourism Rapid Recovery Task Force in 2015, and to see so many new strides and accomplishments made following those challenging times. Actually, to me, it's like coming to a second home and seeing a second family. So thank you for all of your hospitality and your welcoming whenever I come back to Nepal. It's always great to be here. And how can I compete with such a beautiful view? I mean, it's like everybody's watching the mountains and seeing that, not really listening to me perhaps. But anyway, but since publishing the report of the Pata Task Force, I know that the Pata Nepal chapter, with the support of the NTB and various travel and tourism associations, organizations and companies represented here today, and the Pata HQ, have worked tirelessly to help support and promote the return of tourism to Nepal and the industry to bounce back. And it is great to see Nepal back on top of the world and providing new and additional unique travel experiences for visitors to this lovely country. For those of you who don't know, and I think it was mentioned earlier, Pata was founded in 1951. And I always joke that they made me chairman this year because I was founded in the same year. It's my birthday too. But we celebrate this year 65 years of service to the tourism industry, and we do act as a catalyst for travel and tourism and the responsible and sustainable tourism development to, from and within this region. So it's very appropriate that we're here today to help support your efforts in promoting Nepal.
Aren't we going, honey?
I'm not sure whether to go or not. Parties really do not excite me.
Don't worry. I have a solution for your problem. To understand the dispute and the local situation and to get involved in the friendly talks, now you can watch your own live TV channel.
Live TV? How is it possible here in abroad?
It's easy. You can watch your live TV channels on multi-screen. If you are interested watching it through your computer, you can visit to worldondemand.tv, become a subscriber and watch live TV. To watch on your TV screen at home, you can buy a set-top box, connect this set-top box into your TV screen. All you need is a Wi-Fi or Ethernet line and a HDMI cable connected to the box and the TV screen. After that, just enjoy watching your live TV channels. That's not all. You can also watch it through your mobile phones or tablet.
Also through mobile phones?
Either you are an iPhone user or an Android user. You can download our mobile app World on Demand from both Apple Store and Google Store. You can easily access this app using your Facebook account and watch your favorite live TV.
Interesting app. I have downloaded. Now you all download it and enjoy watching live TV channels.
For free.
Could you please help guiding me for using this app?
Sure, give it to me. I'll guide you.
Now he will have his friendly talks with friends and parties will excite him. For more information, please contact
for his keynote speech.
Which is by telling you the story of famous psychologist Sigmund Freud's evil nephew. Sigmund Freud, I'm sure we've all heard of him. Yeah. He had an evil nephew. His name was Edward Bernays. This guy was terrible. Edward Bernays was the founder of modern public relations, and he's a really well-known figure in that field. What Edward Bernays did was he used some of his uncle's psychological techniques, and he figured out how to use them to change human behavior. He figured out that he could manipulate people's emotions on a large scale to make them do whatever he wanted, usually to buy the products of his clients, which is, well, and this is where it gets kind of evil, it's who his clients were. So he had a cigarette company client, and the cigarette companies were doing really well with men, but they couldn't really get women into the cigarettes. And he figured out that the problem was women were not allowed to smoke in public. It wasn't socially acceptable to smoke in public. If they could smoke twice as many cigarettes. So he thought about it for a while. He tried to figure out what to do. He couldn't advertise and fix this problem. Women could actually be arrested for smoking in public. So what he did was he hired a bunch of models. And he found a place where there were going to be cameras all over the place. It was a parade in New York City. And he staged a time when they would all simultaneously, in public, light cigarettes at exactly the same time. And he called the campaign Torches of Freedom. And what it symbolized was that women, if they smoked and smoked in public, they were showing that they weren't controlled by men. Feminists thought it was amazing. And he convinced everyone, he convinced women that cigarettes were their path to freedom.
Finally, I would like to request our chief guest, Mr. Shankar Prasad Adhikari, Secretary, Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, for his remarks.
Suman Pandey, Chairman Nepal PATA Chapter, Mr. Andrew Jones, Chairman of PATA International, Mr. Matt Gibson, inbound President of the Professional Travel Bloggers Association, Mr. Deepak Joshi, CEO of NTV Nepal, President and Representative of Tourism Organizations, distinguished tourism entrepreneurs, students, media person, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be here with you today in this opening session of Himalayan Travel Mart 2017. Let me first welcome our special guest duo, Mr. Andrew Jones and Mr. Matt Gibson, to this launching ceremony of Himalayan Travel Mart 2017, being organized today in this beautiful city, Tulithel. Himalayan Mart 2017, which is going to be held from 1st to 4th June next year, is the 9th of this sort of Mart, I think, organized by PATA Nepal chapter since 1982. I take this opportunity to thank to PATA Nepal chapter on my own and on behalf of the government of Nepal for organizing this event and inviting me to the launching ceremony of today. Actually, when you talk about Nepal's economic development, we basically talk about agriculture, tourism and hydropower development in the country. It is absolutely true that Nepal has immense potentials in these three areas of development. As you all know that despite being a country with immense potential of tourism development, Nepal is still lagging behind in receiving sizable number of tourists as well as the amount of revenue therefrom as compared with other similar countries of Asia and the Pacific. If you look at Nepal's position in the global scenario of tourism, in terms of tourist arrival and the revenue earnings, you can see Nepal lying in the bottom of the League of the Nations. This can be evident from the fact that Nepal, which shares 0.4% of the world populations, only receives 0.1% of all tourist arrival. That is the situations at the moment in Nepal. This shows that the low level of per capita tourist arrival in the country. That means every 49 people receives only one tourist in a year. Similarly, if you see it at a regional level, in the same way, the development of potential tourist destination and products In this scenario, Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation has recently formulated National Tourism Strategic Plan, NTSP, and this NTSP has put into operations. When we are also speeding up the renovation and restructuring of the cultural heritage which were destroyed of this Himalayan Tourism Man 2070. Thank you.